The guys you're about to listen to are not experts, and any advice should never be followed. They also have no idea what they're doing, but really, who does? So please, sit back, relax, and listen to these three complete morons talk about the weird and wonderful world of the internet. Welcome to The Last Resort, an advice show for the totally desperate. I'm Jack.
I'm Alasdair.
And I'm Chris.
Right. I think that was the third take of that.
Yep.
So that went pretty well. So yes, The Last Resort, an advice show where we scour the internet for some crazy answers and some even weirder questions. And last week we had a really weird introduction that Chris wrote. And I believe we've got another one this week.
Yeah, well, I wrote it last week. And it was just because I was trying to think of introductions. And I think I entered a dream state and was sort of ghostwriting. Is that the correct phrase?
Ghostwriting. That's when you actually kill yourself and spectrally write a story.
Right. Then I was not ghostwriting. I was lucid dream writing. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go for that one. And that's the only way I can explain the insanity that is some of my writings.
Okay.
Let's I'll just prep. La 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 la. Yep, got it. So, I feel like the pressure is well on. I don't know if I can stand all this pressure.
Come on, we're all waiting.
In your own time, Chris. In your own time.
I'm getting in the zone. It's okay. 25 human beings were placed in a gauntlet nearly 1,000 years ago and fought to the death. Blah, 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 blah. I can't do it.
Excellent.
Right, okay. I'll try again.
Take two.
This is a lot of pressure for me. You got to cut all of that out, please. Okay. 25 human beings were placed into a gauntlet nearly 1,000 years ago and fought to the death using nothing but fresh fish that they caught on their annual fishing trip the day prior. 3 survived and became the actual catalyst for the Battle of Hastings. If any of the new historical information has affected you, seek advice from The Last Resort.
Hey, we got it down. Right.
What? Wait. Was that so? We started the Battle of Hastings.
We were the protagonists for the Battle of Hastings.
Right. Wasn't that like
William
the Conqueror and
Harold Hardrada and Harold Godwinson?
Well, my middle name is William, so
no, it's not. It's definitely not.
I kind of believed him for a second. Then I kind of went, actually, wait, no, it's not.
That's yes. Okay, I'm done.
Shut up, Peter.
Right, question time. Are you ready?
Yes.
This question's from Askreddit, and it asks, what activity would feel completely different if eye contact was held the entire time? Shall I kick things off?
Go for it, yeah.
I think this is something Alasdair can relate to more than you, Chris, but we'll see.
Okay.
Being a student, I've lived with many people, and we all have to cook and eat. And there's times where you just need to clean a courgette. And I think if I'm stood at the sink cleaning a courgette, staring into one of my roommate's eyes, it might come across a bit differently than it should be.
I was thinking
I
along
can't
these
say
lines.
I've ever had to clean a courgette.
What, you just buy your courgettes?
I just don't buy courgettes. I don't know. I don't think I've ever bought a courgette at university.
How dare
It's
you?
far too healthy. God.
Courgette's delicious, man.
Yeah, but it's just like a big cucumber.
We had
Okay.
a courgette the other day when we went out for lunch together.
Yeah, we did. I know, and it was
beautiful.
nice.
That sounds like the worst meal. Just a courgette.
We had courgette on toast, followed by
cucumber on toast.
That sounds like the worst
watery.
meal.
This is where I work as well, so yeah, go visit.
Were you just like fishing around in the bins? Courgette on toast?
It's all
Why not? Yeah. The joke there being that it looked like I was doing something.
Yeah.
You were stroking your courgette, Jack.
Yeah, that's actually the new phrase I use for getting.
Where are you going with this?
I think we'll just leave it. I mean, there's other things. I'm sure there's other things that you guys can think of before I carry on with this.
Driving would be a pretty weird one, wouldn't it? If you had to keep eye contact at all time.
What, with the other drivers?
Yeah, exactly. As you went past you, continuously rotating your head, it'd just be like. Yeah, anyway,
I thought you meant like your passenger, so you're not
that
even
would
looking at the road.
That would be horrific. I think if we did that, then
please, you're gonna have to
Especially-
tell me if I'm about to run into somebody because I just can't stop staring at you.
Especially if they're sat like in the back seats.
oh good lord, going round a roundabout would be awful if you had to keep eye contact with other drivers.
Quite a skill. Quite a skill.
I find it quite funny as well that during the whole of this, me and Alasdair have just been longingly staring into each other's eyes, and I've just noticed that.
Ooh.
Doing a podcast.
Doing a
It's
podcast.
awkward while staring at each other.
Right, challenge accepted.
God, you got such beautiful eyes.
They're blue.
Ooh.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything about my eyes?
They're the colour of the
Yeah, they're all right.
Mediterranean Ocean.
They're dead inside.
What colour are your eyes? Brown.
How long have you known me?
I thought they were
25
red.
years?
Red, aren't they? Red?
You had a roughly 50-50 chance. They're actually entirely black.
Wait, no, okay. Let me think about this.
You know what they
Jack's
say.
eyes are green, I think.
Well, no.
What colour? To be honest, Jack, I've never stared at your eyes.
They're blue.
I've been
They're
too
blue.
busy staring at your... No,
They're
mind.
blue.
I promise I do know him, really.
I think any medical exam would be like impoundly, exponentially more awkward if eye contact was held.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's like a prostate exam.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, I mean, it's awkward for everyone involved.
Eyes down.
I assume for a prostate exam, you're on your front, so to be able to keep eye contact with somebody whilst they were lying on their front is quite difficult.
That's why it's only gymnasts that get prostate exams.
That's why you can't ever trust a doctor who's just got loads of mirrors hanging around his office. Always bouncing his gaze around so he can always... and of course there's the classic urinal rule,
Oh, yeah.
of course. I mean, it's awkward enough as it is, and there's the certain rules that you have to follow, like, you know, always take the one furthest from the door, and
Go to the corner.
it's the same as taking a seat on the bus. You
If
always...
the cubicle's not taken, then you have to go to the cubicle. And if the cubicle is taken, you have to go to the corner. And then you slowly fill it up from the other corner. And then it's kind of like a bus, yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as the bus seat rule for the ladies listening.
I was about to say lady listeners won't particularly.
Well, some of them might be men, and you don't know.
Well,
You're not even jumping to their defence.
all my friends that are female who have listened to this,
Men.
It's totally different for women. They come out best friends from the toilet.
Yeah,
It's
I've
like a
always found that
completely
really
solitary thing
weird.
for men. It's just like eyes front,
This is
get out of the
something
room
that
as
I don't
quickly as
get,
possible.
and I will never understand it, no matter how many times anybody tries to explain that to me. The fact that women go, oh, do you know what? I just need to go to the bathroom. I
I can explain it.
Go on, and it will not change my mind.
In my partying days as an undergraduate student,
As a woman, I thought you were going to say.
as my days as a woman, no, there's been times where I've had to go into the ladies' toilets to find a friend who may be passed out drunk.
Okay.
And the first time this happened, I was surprised to find that with the men's toilets, you go in and the facilities are there. Normally, someone's passed out on the floor. It's not a pleasant place. The women's toilets, there's like sofas there. There's magazines.
What the hell were you?
What?
Where was this? I'm sorry, but
it wasn't at a club. It was like a more kind of ball type party thing where people got just ridiculously drunk. And because people knew that I had first aid training, I was the one who was sent in, the hero of the day, to rescue
out
the
the
damsel.
way. Everyone, leave this room. Give her a
Jack
space.
Broadbent.
Yeah. So they're essentially living rooms with toilets in, I think is the best way I can explain it.
Oh my god.
But so it's a bit more of a...
So basically, one person goes in to use the facilities, and the other one sits down, has a bit of a read of a magazine, gets a bit of a break from the company of their other friends.
Manicure, pedicure, bit of hair done.
There's a masseuse in there that just, undoes the knots in the back.
And of course they're all there taking selfies, which I believe is the other...
I can't get
one.
that song out of my head.
Yeah, we've heard that 3 times today already.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Of course, the other rule about the men's toilets, which you don't get on a bus, is that you have to look down at all times. Mm-hmm. And that's from the second you enter to the second you leave. You can't look above. You basically just look at your shoes the entire time.
Also, I don't know where you stand on this because you're from Manchester and I'm from the rural district of Cumbria.
Well, we're both from the same place. I just live.
Well, okay,
I live
you
in
just live
Manchester.
there, so you're more in tune with the city rules now, and everyone's much more stylish there, whereas
ghetto.
we're all a bit more,
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So, if you go into the bathroom and there's a guy there, this is a rule that again only applies to guys. And they're sort of preening in the mirrors and making themselves look good. In the men's bathroom, if there are other guys around, I think it's seen as pretty weird because, as well, I've noticed that a lot of people, they don't even look at the mirrors. Like you say, it's like head down, just walk out.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen. I don't know, it depends, because sometimes there's the guy there that... Now, you definitely don't get this in Cumbria because... it's backwards up north. But in the cities, some toilets, and Alasdair will back me up on this, have who I call the cologne guy. And he's there with
the creepiest, weirdest guy who literally, his job is, he's just like, do you want some cologne before you go out? It's just like, no, not really.
You're in a club.
Do you want some toilet paper?
Is that a real thing?
I've never had one offer me toilet paper.
I've had a guy, the guy offers you toilet paper before you go in, and there's none in the cubicle.
Oh,
and
right,
sometimes
okay.
you actually have to pay for it. It's just like, it's 50p for like some toilet paper. It's just like, well,
you
fuck off.
essentially, there's a guy there with a selection of colognes, and he waits patiently for you to do your business, and then you basically pay him £1 for watching you, and he'll give you a squirt of a fragrance, and he'll say something like, no Armani, no Punani, that kind of thing.
Are you both having me on? Is this like a joke?
It's like it's in Tiger and clubs like that. They usually have it.
Okay.
Yes.
Definitely
Anyway.
not in like Merkage.
I think we've talked about toilets for a lot now.
Yeah,
Last week
I
it
think we
was
should get on the
porn.
next question.
Well,
This
before
week
we
it's
move on to the
toilets.
next question, I've got one more thing. Just coming on from the driving situation, keeping eye contact. How about when the pilot and the co-pilot landing the plane? That would make things difficult.
That makes me
Or
feel
kind
a
of
bit
adorable.
romantic. Yeah.
Both have got their hand on the landing gear.
Why did we both think of the same thing? That's weird.
Wow, his eyes are so dark. I can't stop looking. Wasn't I supposed to be doing something? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be landing this...
Well, this is the thing. Driving, dangerous. Aeroplane, beautiful. Right, so I've picked a question for this week. And my question is, man to man, what is the best compliment that you can get? And I think me and Alasdair have been thinking about this all morning because we just want to compliment each other.
Giving yourself compliments. I don't know about the man-to-man part, though.
Oh, right. Well, man to man, it's like a bro thing because it's easy to give compliments to people, but then when it's between bros,
Was this on Askreddit, was it?
This was on Askreddit.
Askreddit.
And all I can think of, and this is directed to both of you, is that you have both got very luscious facial hair that I am very envious of, and I think it's beautiful. So that would be my manly compliment.
Dude, I like the beard.
Dude, I like that beard.
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose
we've covered facial hair before, and obviously, Chris, you haven't been following the advice I gave.
I did smell some wood the other day, but it just made me.
Yeah.
Cinnamon doesn't count, Chris. Cinnamon sticks do not count.
Actually, right, I'm going to just have a bit of a diverge as a subtopic quickly. But I made Alasdair a chai latte before, and I'm talking homemade chai. I boiled together all my ingredients, made some chai syrup, made him a chai latte, and it was awesome.
Okay.
He said it was better than famous companies that sell coffee in the United Kingdom.
That we can't name for legal reasons.
I don't want to get,
I mean, again, the man-to-man part, Chris, I think is what you're getting hung up on. That'd be a nice compliment. But
It's got to be something like, dude, what do you bench? You look like you're there, dude. 180? Is that a 180? Yeah, 180 bench. Oh, man, you look huge. Yeah, that's great.
I don't see Dave coming up to me going like, all right, Jack, that's a nice chai latte. No.
Yeah. Well, it was nice. It made me feel good that he said that my chai latte was brilliant.
Brilliant. It was brilliant.
It was so brilliant.
Men don't compliment each other. They nod at each other and then like punch someone in the arm, and that's compliment all you need.
I think
and then you walk away. That's it.
This trend needs to change. I think men should compliment each other just like women do, except without the bitchiness, and we're all good.
I do. Dude, you smell divine.
You smell divine. You smell divine.
What is that? Is that Armani? That's man.
It's simply
if
divine.
If I were gay, I would.
Okay. Wow.
I think this has been a beautiful topic.
I think it's
I feel. No, romantic is not the word I'm looking for.
Enlightened? I don't know.
Enlightened.
It's on to me. My question is, what is the most normal sentence you can say that's made weird by winking at the end of it? And I think this should go straight back to Jack's avocado. I'm cleaning my avocado.
It wasn't even an avocado. You
not an avocado.
Your fruit and veg
It was
right,
a
man.
I know you're still learning your fruits and vegetables. We know.
Conject's a drink, right?
Yeah. Alasdair walks into Costa next week and is like, my friend made me a brilliant courgette latte the other day.
2 weeks in a row, man. It's 2 weeks in a row now.
It's fine. I always get my sentences mixed up. We're good at what we do in failing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I think anything can be made weird with a wink. Like, just
I'm cleaning my courgette.
literally anything.
How about, hey guys, want to try my cinnamon buns?
I mean, that's not something you normally say, though, is it?
It was the rape face that accompanied it.
No,
That probably gave it away.
That's
The
something
wink
that
and the
you
rape
don't
face.
normally say, but it is something that I do normally say. So,
Like, I work in a shop, and one of the things I say a lot
Would you
of the
like
time,
to try these in black?
Well, even like more normal than that is just like, would you like the receipt in the bag? Wink. Like,
Can you pull it out and put it back in again? That's for the
oh,
card.
sorry, what? Oh, the card machine. Okay.
The card machine, guys.
Right. I
God,
didn't
what
know
are you
where you were
thinking,
going with
dirty?
that.
Dirty boy. Dirty boy.
just slide it into that machine for me. Wink.
Anything with a wink is
I mean,
instantly...
it's the same with saying ladies afterwards.
Ladies.
Hey, how are you doing, ladies? Why didn't you come and listen to our podcast, ladies?
Ladies.
Help! I'm stuck down a well, ladies. Hey, come join me. Hey, it's like a big old jacuzzi with really high walls.
You've got to get the Dimitri Martin reference. This is original material.
Let's eat out tonight.
Alasdair. Alasdair Glendinning.
Wanna have sex? Yes,
I
I think
often find-
anything is funny with a wink.
Well, right, I have a problem that I use the wink face in in a jokey way, in a sort of hey wink. So not a dirty way, but then I've been speaking to people before, and they're like, "Why do you keep using the wink face? Because are you trying to flirt?" Or I'm like, "No, that's not what it's intended for. I'm using it in like a oh." I can't express the words that I'm looking for.
I mean, I use the wink face in text by accident a lot of the time because obviously
Trying to write a smile.
the colon close bracket,
Or a sad crying face.
yeah, and then semicolon close bracket and semicolon very close to colon on the iPhone
Yeah.
keyboard. So a lot of the time I'll be texting my girlfriend and she'll say like, "Oh, are you getting dinner tonight?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I've got some pasta." winky face.
I got some pasta in just for you. A little bit of tagliatelle.
Oh,
And then she'll be like, "What are you talking about? Why are you winking?" Like it's sinister.
and I've got a little wordplay teaser game for us today.
Yay! Another
Because-
opportunity for Alasdair
well-
to show his lack of imagination.
I've made him think this time. This time we actually went, okay, we did so badly last week that we need to put some proper thought into this one. So, I've
Yeah,
been
but
speaking
that's
to...
so much pressure on me now.
So last week it was movies.
You've not got
Wasn't
pressure.
it?
You've had, yeah. So I've spoken to a few of my friends who have listened to this show. Hi everyone, and
Hi, Mum.
Shout out to my mum who's listening to this at home live.
Hi, Chris's mum.
Debs was actually like, "Oh, I need to listen to this podcast." So she might do, but I'll make her not listen to the second one all about porn because weird. Anyway, so the movie thing was successful last week, and I decided, you know what, we should bring this back with a different topic. Let's have a bit of wordplay in, and seem a bit more intelligent than we probably come across as. So this week I've decided any kind of band or musician or artist, if you can incorporate any food into their name,
Excellent.
then we're golden. And I came up with some really bad ones to start with, such as Satay and Colour
Same colour.
and Johnny Mash, of course. But then I came up with a brilliant one, which was Madonna Kebab.
Madonna kebab.
And I think, that's all I need to do. So over to you guys.
How about modest moose? Or Coheed and Camembert.
Ooh,
Oh, enjoy
I could
that.
go
That's-
for a bit of Coheed
That
and
was a nice one.
Camembert.
How about Cold Place?
Cold place.
That's just a complaint that we get at the restaurant. Cold place.
My place is cold.
If you're pronouncing it incorrectly, then you could have the Rolling Scones.
I had that on my list. You
Really?
Food Fighters.
Food Fighters, I knew somebody was going to
It
bring
had
that
so
up.
easy though. It was such a sitter.
I've got a bit more contemporary pop musician, right? Tiny Tempura Battered Prawns.
Tempura. That's like the most middle class thing you've ever come out with.
Hello there, I'm Tiny Tempura.
Queens of the Scone Age.
Oh yeah, okay. I then was stuck on something because I thought that there was a candy bar. I'm thinking back American now, right? And I'm pretty sure
Candy.
I'm pretty sure it is an American candy bar, but I'm not sure because I had Otis Red Ding Dongs. Okay, but I don't know if ding dongs are a real candy or if I dreamt them and went, ding dongs would be a great name for a candy bar. So
Right.
Where's this going, Chris?
Otis Red Ding Dongs.
It's
I mean-
It's a tedious link.
If you're
It
going
is.
with chocolate bars,
And-
you could have like Stevie Whisper bar. No, that doesn't work at all.
Stevie Whisper. Stevie Whisper. How about you, me at Twix?
You mean
Alright.
Twix?
Well, Panic at the Disco.
What's that?
A panic bar.
That's awful. That's as good as saying Damien
It's even got the
Rice.
exclamation mark at the end of it. I'm so sure it does.
Are you not thinking of picnic bars? Picnic
No.
at the disco.
No, I'm sure there's a panic bar.
Right. Let's see if I can think of any more.
He says while staring intently at his phone.
I'm looking at my artists.
Scrubbing
on my
through his
phone.
iTunes.
Yeah, you're the kind of person, Alasdair, I expect to come up with things like Damien Rice and Smashing Pumpkins, and
You mean actually
ones that are
members-
actual bands with food in their name.
Give me some
30
credit,
seconds to Mars bar.
Oh, that's what I was trying to think of.
Roast Lamb of God.
Roast Lamb of
Yeah.
God.
I mean, there's a lot. Muesli.
Man. Stone sweet.
I just got it.
Stone sweet and sour.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'll give you that one.
God, you can tell everyone's music taste coming out here.
Queens of the Stone Sage.
Yeah, that was said earlier. And then you can have Quince as the Stone Age as well.
Quince of the Stone Age.
Quince. another middle class fruit.
I do enjoy that one though.
I love a good quince.
Quince of the Stone Age.
Do you wanna hear a Yahoo answer?
Yes, please.
Go on, get the next one up.
Okay. So
That's what she
this
said.
Yahoo answer was asked by user Ghostgate, who asks, "How can I include my guinea pig more in my daily life? Please help." Okay. Okay. So I have a male G pig, and I want to include him in my daily life. Okay, so from Monday to Friday, from like 7 a.m. to 4 p.m, I'm at school. I let him walk in my room, but I want him all my daily stuff, such as when I go out, or just pretty much in everything that is possible. But I have a problem. It's a dumb problem, but it's affecting me. The problem is that I can't afford to wash every day. I'm kind of broke, and I also can't change cloth every time that loses hair on me. I know it's pretty stupid, but that's my situation. So do you recommend buying a G-Pig carrier, or what do I do? He also doesn't have a buddy. I know they're supposed to be in pairs and all, but I know my story and can't really afford another G-Pig. So that's why I want him in my life more, and not just because of that, but also because I want like a closer friend. No. Oh God.
Just
no,
give
I'm
up,
not
Jack.
a loner.
We get the point.
No, I'm not a loner, lol, but more of a close pet because I enjoy pet interaction. So please help me and give me ideas. What with my weird problem? Thanks, please, thank you. God. That was
That
I
was
mean, I don't know
horrendous.
how it was for you listening, but that was an emotional roller coaster. Reading that. Oh, God.
Are they called papooses? Is there a thing called a papoose where it's like you can have it for a baby? I'm just imagining
Yeah.
like a guinea pig papoose where you just have it like wrapped against your chest for the entire day, and this little thing that's there just in your, just in
See,
your chin.
you were thinking a completely different line from how I was
What were
thinking.
you thinking?
I was thinking more animal cruelty, like use it as a sponge for when you're washing, and
Well, no, he has it in his room every day. What we really need to work out is a way to affix this G-Pig onto his body so that
Can you like
he's with it all the time.
you could like make a GoPro like holder into a guinea pig holder and just strap it to your helmet for the rest of the day or something?
I don't understand how this guy like
Guinea pig cam.
can afford to feed his G-Pig, but he can't afford to wash. Like what?
it must be. Pets are pretty costly. I mean,
A guinea pig.
yeah.
I don't think they.
Well, you need the cage to start off with, and then food.
Well, if it's in his bedroom, I don't think he has a cage for it.
Oh,
But
right,
no,
okay.
he says that from 7 till 4, he lets it roam his room. So I'm surprised he's still got it. Actually,
So here's a stupid question, but it's also a legitimate question. I can assume he wants the guinea pig to be alive.
yeah,
He didn't clarify
Yeah,
that.
he super does. Like he
He
wants
super
it.
loves that guinea pig.
Let me just find the bit that kind of he wants to be closer to his G-Pig. So that's why I want him in my life more, not just because of that, but also because I want, like, a closer friend. And remember, he's not a loner, but more of a close pet because he enjoys the interaction. So, I mean, it's tricky. I hate small pets. My sister had a pet hedgehog for a while.
Really?
Did that go the same way as the parrot did, Jack?
This was more recent. This was like a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And whenever I went to visit, she just let it roam around her bedroom, much in the way Ghostgate here let his G-Pig roam around. But the thing with the hedgehog is that they're small, and I was wearing no shoes, and I was constantly thinking, like, if I step on this guy, it is going to be unpleasant for me, but more unpleasant for him. Like, he's not going to survive it. And oh god, I couldn't let a pet run around unsupervised for an entire day.
No, I agree. I think Alasdair was probably the closest to solving this problem.
A guinea pig papoose, yeah.
Yeah, by just sort of having it.
Carry the little guy around with you all day,
As long as
just
it doesn't
tucked under your
fall
chin or
out,
something, just down there.
right? Then we're golden.
I have a better idea. It's just come to me.
Go.
Now, if you cast your mind back to primary school history, or early secondary school history maybe, didn't the French rich people before the revolution like keep birds in their hair? I'm pretty sure that was a thing.
Yeah.
So all we need to do is take Ghostgate to the hairdressers, and we can like build up his hair into like a cage that his G-Pig can sit in all day. And
Yeah.
I guess that would work.
Do you know what? That would be so comfortable as well. If he had
For
something.
him, I don't know.
Oh, I was thinking guinea pig. I mean, this guy.
I'm pretty sure if you put the G-Pig in his hair, it's not going to be coming back out and will die.
I'm pretty sure some guy who just can't afford to wash himself can't afford to have a guinea pig shitting in his hair.
Hey man, it's the most natural way to get those sick dreads. That's
Yeah.
what I heard. The guinea pig shit.
Guinea pig shit is, yeah.
Might be cleansing. Have you ever done it before? You don't know this. This might be a new discovery that it makes your hair so much softer.
L'Oreal with guinea pig shit. Because you're worth it.
Because your G-Pig's worth it. If you could make any animal extinct, what would it be?
Cats.
No, get lost right now. You can leave my house.
No, I don't mind cats. Sometimes. They're alright. What kind of noise is that?
It's you've
It's the noise of the cat killing machine I'm about to build.
You've crossed the line.
No, cats are fine. I hate...
Cats are the best animals.
From a biological standpoint, you shouldn't get rid of any species because they're all intertwined.
But that's not the answer we're looking for. I would get rid of Jawas.
What?
Sorry, I started thinking about Star Wars.
You got upset about cats, but you want to get rid of like a mythical Star Wars
Something
awesome
that doesn't
thing?
exist? God, what the hell's wrong with you? You creep.
How about mosquitoes? I think everyone could agree with mosquitoes.
Well, mosquitoes, but they're not really
not that
prevalent in the
bad.
UK.
To be honest,
So
I don't mind them at the
I
moment.
would go for
whilst they're not here.
You're not. We're not in a malaria country though, so I guess we
Yeah.
could say that.
Well, basically, there's two ways of looking at this. You can either do it my way, which is saying wasps, and being like, oh, I'm afraid of wasps. I don't want any wasps around here, and getting rid of wasps for my personal gain. Or I can not be selfish and say, clear all the mosquitoes and make the world a better place for other people. And the option that I'm going for, seeing as people are listening to this, is going to be the latter.
Chris,
so I don't come across
Chris,
terrible.
your opinion does not matter if you want to get rid of Jawas. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't want to get rid of Jawas.
What kind of accent was that? I don't want to get rid of Jawas.
I don't want to get rid of the Jawas, man.
The Jawas are my friends.
Okay. We ignore us,
Say
Jack.
hello to my little friends.
Basically, though, I would agree with you. Mosquitoes can go.
I'd get rid of dinosaurs.
Spiders are awesome. Anybody who kills spiders, if you're listening to this and you kill spiders, shame on you. I don't want
You're
you
bad.
to listen to this podcast. Stop listening now. No, this is bad. This is bad. No, ignore that. Listen more than ever. Listen twice. I shouldn't have had that coffee.
Just had a little
I just had a
Little fit in the
meltdown.
corner.
It's okay. See you guys.
Take 5, Chris. Just go sit in the corner.
I'm gonna sit out. Okay, I'll leave it back to you two for a minute. I'm gonna have a lie down.
Now that Chris is gone, I think we've ran out of questions for this week. It sounds like.
It sounds like we've run out of just general sanity.
We've been recording for 45 minutes.
And I guess 45 minutes is the point where we all just kind of go, "Meh."
The timeline disappears and we just
Half of it's gonna be
make it
cut
up.
out.
Yeah, we start just saying whatever shit comes into our heads. So I guess it's time to wrap it up. And as always, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, can't you?
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
Yeah,
Can I also
thank you guys.
suggest?
Thank you.
Wait, as well. Can I suggest that if anybody's got any more wordplay games, because those are fun, then send us an email or a Twitter. Twitter?
Send us a Twitter.
tweet.
Twitter
Send
at us.
Twitter us. Facebook us. Anything.
Or
Just
email,
communicate with us,
Facebook,
basically.
Twitter.
We're really easy to contact. We've got everything ever.
Telepathy.
So just
Pigeon, owl,
yes.
guinea pig post.
Yeah, send a carrier G pig. In one of those balls. He'll find his way to us. But if you want to find us, it's just search
P.O.
Last-
box.
Every time I try and explain. Now, this happened last week, but I cut it out. But I'm going to keep it in this week because I think the world needs to learn of Alasdair's bloody inexcusable
Interruption.
need to interrupt when we're trying to do the serious bits. With like
just can't
random
do-
jokes.
Go. Okay, sorry, Jack. Go on.
If you want to send us something, just
Right, okay, sorry. I'm fine.
I'm not.
you can do it by finding us at Last Resort Cast on anything. Done. Now you can say whatever you want, Chris, Alasdair. Go on.
Did you
Let it
say
out.
the email? Have you said the email address?
Have you done the email?
The email address is
I can't look into his eyes anymore.
Oh, come on, please. Sorry.
thelastresortcast@gmail.com. You can email us. You can find us on Twitter, Last Resort Cast, and Facebook, The Last Resort Cast. Just search us, find us, like us, tweet us, follow us, and share the words that we speak into your ears on a weekly basis. And just to finish things off, remember to leave a iTunes review because it helps us out loads. We really appreciate it. And just say something like, "These guys are just fucking morons."
Mental.
And
Shout
gives
out to Abashian and Hannah for leaving lovely reviews.
yeah.
So
and shout out to
you.
John, our friend, who texts me to say it's really good and just doesn't put an iTunes review. What's up with that, John?
Come on, John.
Fuck you, John. Okay, thank you for listening to The Last Resort. If you like what you heard, you can find us on the iTunes Store for free, and you can find us on Twitter and Facebook by searching Last Resort Cast. Our music was made by our very own Christopher Nelson. Thank you for letting us use it, Chris. And as always, thank you for listening. Anyway,
Start doing a barbershop quartet.
I might have to turn this...
And the alto comes in at the end there.
Oh my god.
Never do that again.
Oh.
I
Right,
think some
okay.
of these bits should be included on the just like at the very end or the very beginning,
Bloopers. We have
just
bloopers.
before or after it starts.